Charlamagne tries to ruin Akademiks again, but it backfired badly. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got to talk about the latest back and forth between Charlamagne the God and DJ Akademiks, because this situation just took another unexpected turn. What started as another public disagreement has now turned into a much bigger debate about credibility, media narratives, and who people should actually believe. According to the material we're discussing today, Akademiks recently accused Charlamagne of acting as a mouthpiece for powerful industry interests. Those were strong accusations, and as you would expect, Charlamagne didn't stay quiet for long. But here's where things started getting interesting. Critics of Charlamagne argue that his latest response doesn't line up with comments he made previously. They claim that his explanation shifted over time, leading some viewers to question whether the original claims were being walked back. And that's exactly why this story has exploded online. Because people aren't just debating who's right anymore. They're debating whether the narrative itself changed. Supporters of Akademiks say Charlamagne initially focused on allegations involving online smear campaigns and coordinated messaging. Later, according to those critics, the conversation appeared to shift toward different allegations involving cryptocurrency-related investigations and betting markets. Whether that represents a contradiction or simply additional context is something viewers continue to argue about. Meanwhile, Akademiks has publicly pushed back, saying the accusations against him don't add up and accusing Charlamagne of trying to damage his reputation rather than simply reporting information. Needless to say, the internet has picked sides. Some believe Charlamagne is asking legitimate questions. Others believe Akademiks successfully poked holes in the claims, causing the conversation to shift in a completely different direction. Either way, this isn't just another rap media disagreement anymore. It's become one of the biggest conversations in hip-hop commentary this week, and judging by how both sides continue responding, it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. And, trust me, what happened next only made things even more complicated. Now here's where this story gets even more interesting. One of the biggest criticisms being made is that the focus of the conversation appeared to change over time. According to Akademiks and others commenting on the situation, the original discussion centered around allegations involving coordinated online campaigns and media narratives. Later, they argue, the conversation shifted toward cryptocurrency-related issues and betting platforms instead. That's the part that has so many people scratching their heads. Because if the focus changes, people naturally start asking why. Was new information discovered? Or was the conversation simply moving in a different direction after the original claims received pushback? Those are the questions viewers have been debating all across social media. Akademiks didn't waste any time responding, either. He pushed back against the claims, arguing that the accusations don't line up with publicly available information. He also questioned why the narrative appeared to evolve instead of staying focused on the original allegations. And that's where the story becomes less about personalities and more about credibility. Because in today's media landscape, once people believe someone has contradicted themselves, every future statement gets examined under a microscope. That's exactly what's happening here. Supporters of Charlamagne say he's simply discussing information that has been reported publicly and asking questions. Supporters of Akademiks believe he successfully challenged those claims and exposed inconsistencies. No matter which side you're on, one thing is clear: this public feud isn't cooling off anytime soon. Every podcast clip, every live stream, every tweet seems to create another round of debate. And if both sides continue responding publicly, there's a good chance the story is only getting started. The biggest question now is whether this disagreement stays online or turns into something even bigger in the weeks ahead. Because based on everything we've seen so far, this rivalry may have just entered a whole new chapter. And with that, we're going to leave it right there. At the end of the day, this situation has turned into much more than just another back and forth between two media personalities. It's become a debate about credibility, influence, and who people should trust when it comes to covering the biggest stories in hip-hop. Some people believe Charlamagne was simply sharing information that had been reported. Others believe Akademiks successfully pushed back and exposed major inconsistencies in the narrative. As always, those are opinions that continue to be debated online, and we'll have to see if any new information changes the conversation. One thing is certain though, This feud isn't over. If history has taught us anything, it's that whenever Charlamagne and Akademiks go at each other publicly, there's almost always another response, another live stream, another podcast clip, or another tweet waiting around the corner. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think won this latest exchange, Charlamagne or Akademiks? And do you think this situation is finally over, or is another chapter about to unfold? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest hip-hop news, celebrity updates, industry drama, and trending stories. Thank you all for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.